Hey everyone, in this video we'll cover about dynamic breakpoints. In the previous video, right, so we covered about how we can apply some kind of breakpoint, how can we edit the state and put some human in the loop, like using input and all those stuff we covered. So we cover now in this video we'll cover about this dynamic breakpoints. Instead of this interrupt before. So that is the function we used, right? So that is a method we used from the LangGraph. So after executing your node, so before going to the next step, you put some interrupt before so that it will stop. So instead of that, what you can do dynamically. So what you can do is like you can use this node interrupt. So this is from this LangGraph errors. You can import this node interrupt. So what it was saying like let's see this function. So this is a step two and it has a state, and if the input the length is greater than 5, it was giving like okay, you have to interrupt. So in that way we are breaking the path, right? So we are breaking the condition, so then user can update that, then entire thing will be resolved. So this is the logic we are trying to cover here. So this is normal steps, like you created the nodes, and after that you create the edge, like from start to step one, step one to step two, step two to step three, and step three to end, and you do some memory saver and checkpoint so that it will remember the memory. So because we have to know, because we are using this state one, right? Interrupting. So whenever it interrupt, it has to know the previous states. That's why we're using this memory point, memory saver. So you can see the flow also from the start. It will connect at step one, step two, step three, and end. So initially, you given the statement like hello world. The first step is executed, but the step two, right? It won't execute, but it will give an interrupt because in the logic we mentioned, like if in the step two, if the input is like length of that input is greater than 5, it has to stop. So if you look at this hello world, there is HELLO 5, 6, and after that another 5. Total 11 characters are there. That's why it will stop. So that's why it will stop in the second step, and it is showing like interrupt is logged in the state and etc. etc. other stuff. And even if you apply the stream mode as values, and you can get these things only. Now what we did using this update state, we modified that as high, like the length of the characters is just a 2. So the step 2 will execute, and after step 3 also execute, then the flow will end, right? This is the simple logic, right? Uh, so basically, it will tell you when to stop the things, when to like break the flow, when you can update that. So that is nothing but a dynamic breakpoints. So right, so this thing will be definitely useful in your long run. Like in whenever you're creating your own applications, at the time you can use this feature like node interrupt. Instead of this, this can be anything. Like let's say you are creating one agentic flow. First thing is to get the person name. So the person name can't be like more than 100 characters, like first name, last name, those kind of things. You can put some conditions. So you can put some these things. I'm just giving an example, but in the long run, it might be applicable to many things. It need not to be length. You can put your own logic, and after that, you can do this node interrupt whenever the user or given some message that break this condition means it has to do the interrupt part. So in that way, this is going to plays a crucial role, and that's the advantage of this dynamic breakpoint. So I hope you got clarity, like what is the purpose of this node interrupt and how it's going to be useful. So that's it. We'll see the next things in the next tutorials. Till then, take care. Bye bye.